live from Detroit.
Yo, what up, though? It's your man Jay Johnson, aka the tinfoil hat Titan, aka the conspiracy realist, aka the technology snob, Steve Jobs Jr. Don't text me with your green bubbles, aka I only debate my equals. Everybody else I teach, also known as Juice, because all the hoes say J.U. Ice, Young Caesar, because you know you can't run without me, Mister. If you don't like me, fight me. I got kicked out of Noah's Ark because they couldn't find another animal just like me, aka the West Side T'Challa, the new leader of Wakanda. Don't debate me, debate your mama. I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. What up?
What up, though? It's your man Dame Gone Wild, the West Side landlord, the pride of PA, High Chief Dame Don't Fuck Around, the liquor store legend, the corner store conquistador, your mama's favorite Dame, and the David Ruffin of Shop Talk Podcast, because you know who the fuck they came to see. Not you, Otis. It's no better than these four letters. Thank God for Dame. And if you're speaking on Dame, you better say it nice. And if you don't put the boss in front, then bitch, you not saying it right. It's the honorable Judge Boss Dame and this bitch all rise. I am a motherfucking black belt, and it's time for the Kumite. Let's go.
Yo, welcome back. Shop Talk Podcast, episode 492. On you,
On you
ho.
hoes. You can't stop the shop.
Yeah,
You can't stop us.
Mancho mentioned that we were in the same location yesterday, last week, and we did not do it on you hoes.
We
We could
did.
actually do one in unison. We did not do
We
an on
didn't.
you
We
hoes.
we was eating dinner and stuff in our faces.
Yeah,
That Kona
uh,
grill was so motherfucking good, dog.
it was, man. I ate that
That
shit
shit
the
was so
next day.
motherfucking good.
I definitely ate that shit the next day, dog.
I had nothing
Um,
to take home but butter cake, and that shit barely made it to the crib.
yeah, that shit was great. I mean, that damn that flatbread, that motherfucking barbecue chicken flatbread, man, that shit was amazing, dog. I ate that
With
shit.
all the food that we ate, we only spent $70 between the two of us.
Yeah,
Had we gone out with had we taken women out and it just been a normal Friday night evening date with a young lady, two hundo. Easy.
yeah.
Two
Because I was
hundo.
drinking too, so like
Yeah.
with drinks
And that's
included.
with the liquor, with dessert, everything. That shit was like $70.
Um, or if we would have went before 9 o'clock, it's like
Two hundo.
yeah,
We would have spent $200 easy.
the Happy Mario menu need to be the menu forever. Like it just need to be normal price. Anywho, welcome back, y'all, for rocking with us last week. YouTube only, you feel me? And y'all tapped into the YouTube, so I appreciate y'all watching, or whatever, as we figure this Spotify shit out. Uh, how was your week, my brother?
Week was good, man. Getting real close to the surgery date. So just trying to get shit in order here in my house, get shit in order in my life. My son should be moving back home within the next few days so he can kind of, help me through the recovery and the transition.
That's
And
what's up.
man, I want to say thank you to everybody that has reached out already with prayers and well wishes. The homie Cat just tapped in with me on the regular, just on the random, and not that me and Cat don't talk from time to time, but he just tapped in with me on the random to see how my head was. If I needed anything, make sure I was good. Cat is just a good, genuine dude.
For sure.
Uh, and everybody else has just been tapping in and checking on me. Like I really appreciate it because I'm not gonna say I am. I don't want to bring fear into it, but just
It's a serious thing that you're about to undertake. You know what I'm saying? So you probably got a level of,
and a little bit of anxiety. I
yeah,
mean, it is a little bit of fear. And it don't, one thing I gotta stop, and I know that we all do as people. Sometimes you be self-diagnosed and shit. Just because the information is out there, it don't mean that you need to go out there looking for everything. And me being online and looking at shit like, what does the surgery look like? What they gonna have to do? I'm glad I want to educate myself, but like I don't want to make myself
Don't look
nervous
at that
either,
shit,
because
dog. Don't look at that shit.
like I'm done with doing that. So
Yeah, don't look at that shit, man. I did that shit when minor surgery. You know what I'm saying? In comparison, when I got my Achilles shit, I went on the internet and like look what that was. I was like, no. Every
yeah, I
surgery
had
on the internet looks crazy.
it does, and that's why it's done by professionals. And that's why sometimes you just need, look, man, I'm a man of faith. I pray, I believe. I got all this religious stuff tattooed into my skin, and it's time to rely heavily on that. Uh, I went out and had some dinner with the homie Chris P before she embarked on her little trip, and I want to, send shout outs to her too. And she left me with some encouraging words. Sylvia then reached out, all the homies, everybody in the group chat. I hope that we can still sit down and break some bread uh before I gotta embark on surgery. And just everybody, man. I feel the love. Y'all fuck with us, y'all fuck with me. And if I miss you, it's only due to poor memory, not due to the impression that you've left on my heart. But I appreciate everybody that has reached out. People, if they continue to reach out, I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Um, yeah, for sure. Um, Today's iPhone day, man. Do you plan on getting a new iPhone? Is there anything specifically like about it that you was like, yo, that shit is pretty dope. I want to try that, or you plan on getting it, or
I plan on getting one tomorrow.
okay.
If I got time, I was gonna holler at you about it, but I do plan on getting one tomorrow. First of all, I got a 15. I've paid it off, uh, and it's just time for a new fucking phone. Uh, and
Oh yeah,
then
keep that 15 though.
huh?
Don't trade it in. Keep that 15.
Don't I get some money back if I trade it in?
I mean, yeah,
I want the money. I want the money.
it's a good phone.
I mean, it's cool. The battery's starting to, be a piece of shit now. But no, I don't have no questions about it. Nothing that has me on the fence. I've been kind of waiting because my 15 been acting a little funky for the
Is it though?
past.
Is it
Yeah, it
actually
is.
okay?
Yeah, I've updated it. It's running slow. The battery not charging how it used to. Uh,
I think people have made up in their mind. Like when a new iPhone comes out, I think they make up in their mind that something wrong with their phone.
but I've already been through a new phone. You know what I'm saying? I didn't jump the gun and get the 16.
No, I'm
Like,
not saying that, but like I know niggas who still got them 12s and 11. I know a nigga with an XR. Oh, that's crazy. Um, but
got
you know what I mean?
buttons
I'm a
and shit
phone
on
nigga.
his phone.
Man, I'm so pissed though, dog.
Did you get it?
Yes and no. You know what I'm saying? I got this, but they sent me the Pro instead of the Pro Max. So I haven't opened this box yet. You know what I'm saying?
Are you gonna keep it?
No, I'm getting a Pro Max. This phone too that shit too small.
Okay.
My work phone is that size. I'm like that shit too small. I need a Pro Max. And which really fucked me up because I want to be playing with my new phone all day today. You feel me? Like I want to play with my fucking phone.
I
And
figured today we would be taping the episode with the new camera
I
and
would have. I would have connected instead of using my Canon camera. I'd have been doing this shit from the very front facing camera of the new iPhone 17 Pro Max. That
yeah,
front that front camera's so cold, man. Let me tell you why it's cold. You know what I'm saying? I'm a tech nigga for sure.
I know.
And this not even just some Apple shit. I've always been a phone nigga. I don't even know why, but I've been this. We used to be on, even back before smartphones was really a thing. I was on Phone Arena, all these different websites and shit. Remember Mike Bowie? that worked at the
Yeah, I
gym?
remember Mike.
Well, we used to be like, yo, did you see that new Kiro Sarah? Such and such. Nigga, that's Senyo. Like we
I give it to you. He was the first nigga I knew with a trio. I had never seen
trio,
that bitch.
pronounce it
With
right. Put
had
some
the
respect on the name.
trio, had the stylist, and this is what niggas was using. What was it? That little flip up thing T-Mobile had.
Yeah.
But you had the technology first. You
Yeah,
was trying
man.
to talk me out of my BlackBerry at the time you had a trio. That's
Like,
how far we go back.
man, I shame niggas. Everybody ended up because we was in some strip club and shit, right? And niggas had they Blackberries and everything, and I took out the motherfucking Palm Pilot. Niggas try to clown me, right? Then I just start snapping back, and I sort of like how I do with the iPhone shit. I might be the original person who started the blue bubble shit. That's a different thing. But
You had a touch screen on that shit.
I shamed niggas into getting them phones, and everybody had them bitches. You know what I'm saying? And then I shamed everybody into getting iPhones. Anywho, so this front facing camera is so cold, right? Because outside of the phone shit, I love cameras. There's something called open gate. And that's the thing with like actual cameras, cinema cameras, right? And like cameras that have open gate, they use they use all the information from the sensor. Now, most front facing cameras got a horizontal sensor. That's why you turn that bitch to you look and the picture be your selfie be horizontal. Vertical rather. I'm sorry, because that's how the sensor is. So Apple made from a 12 megapixel sensor to an 18 megapixel sensor, but they made that bitch square. And they made it square so that when you got the phone vertical, it'll use the full length of the square and use a vertical, and you can actually go horizontal as well without turning the phone to the side. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever noticed when you if it's a lot of niggas in a picture, you do a selfie, somebody got to hold the phone to the side, right?
Yeah.
And then everybody's looking at the middle of the camera, looking at themselves, but that's not where the camera lens is at. So everybody's eyes is kind of slightly off screen. And it's also more difficult to hold the camera to the side. It's just easier to hold that bitch vertical. So now you can do your selfie vertical or horizontal. But the dope thing is it will notice how many people in your picture and switch by itself.
You know what really kind of got me interested in this in the 17, for example, is I was reading this interview and Spike Lee was talking about like shooting, like you could literally shoot a movie with the technology on the iPhone 17.
That
And
the 28 years later was shot on an iPhone. The movie that just came out. The first one was shot on an iPhone too, by the way. But like this one just recently, I watched it this morning on my illegal streaming app. That shit was shot on an iPhone, my nigga.
and I want to get, not to say that I want to do content, but I do want to get more intentional about what I do post and how I post it. And shit, man, I'm sold. I'm going to get one tomorrow. I'm
Yeah,
going to
man.
get put me an orange one to the side.
I don't know how to do that. I love the fact that I love this time of year, man. It's so much new. So I don't know if y'all know, but it used to be October, but they refer to September as Tech Timber because all the tech companies and everything release new products. Everybody is September, October. That's when all the new shit be coming out and be unveiled. Have you seen these new Meta glasses?
I have. I thought those were really dope. And
And
I ain't really a big fan of shit like that typically, but like the Meta Glass is dope as fuck. And they look good. They don't look like some clunky they look like fashionable eyewear.
yeah, man, I've been thinking about just getting the Meta Ray-Bans in general, right? The basic versions. But now they've released this newer version. It's $800, but it's everything the other one did, and it also has a color screen in one of the lenses, in the right lens in the bottom right hand corner, and it's really, really good. My only apprehension is that it's Facebook or it's Meta, and I don't trust Mark Zuckerberg as far as I can throw him. And you put you into this walled garden where You can see text messages when they pop up. You can talk to AI. You can take pictures. You can scroll social media as long as it's Meta. So you got to use WhatsApp. I don't use WhatsApp. It's on my phone for shady business deals. You know what I'm saying?
Shady deals.
But
Shout out to the homie Shady
Shady Deals
Deals.
Levy. That's a damn Shady Deals. But like all that shit is dope. They got their own maps, they got their own AI. And also they got this little band that you put on your wrist, and that's how you control the shit. It reads the tendons in your wrist, so it knows how you turn things off, you pinch or whatever. You can even write, and it will do that shit. I mean, that's really, really dope. But then the conspiracy nigga in me starts thinking, so Facebook, this glass got 6 microphones, it got a camera, so it sees everything I'm doing, it hears everything I'm doing, and it can even read what my fingers do. You even know what the fuck I'm typing and writing. I don't trust Mark. I don't trust Mark Zuckerberg. I trust Apple limitedly. I have a limited trust with some of this shit. You feel me? That's a little bit too much to give to
The
Apple.
crazy thing about all this shit is this is just the beginning of this technology.
Yeah.
Where you're not trusting it now and all of that, I get it. But when you have kids and they become teenagers, this shit is gonna be second nature. I mean, the technology will be so much more far in advance. The shit you talking about now, they be like, ah, dad, that's old shit. They already put the chip in my pinky finger.
Yeah, man. I mean, this tech shit, you know, in the in a vacuum, in an ideal world, man, this shit is amazing. Take the evil shit away from it. This shit is like, it's great. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have more access to technology right now. This is truly amazing.
Than ever.
Like, humans have access to Chat GPT. And I've been telling y'all about the AI shit and how it's gonna take us over. But last week I had to get me together. I don't know when was that Saturday? I don't know. But I gave it 3 of my checking account statements. And I gave it 3 of my credit card statements. And I told at first, like, I need you to be a financial analyst. I need you to be able to go through documents, and gave it a whole this wonderful prompt. I need to know how much money I'm coming in, that's going out, what subscription services I have, how much I'm spending for category, the whole 9 yards. Now, usually I do this, but I do it by hand. I will go through and I'll literally write, this goes in this category, this goes in blah, blah, blah. 30 seconds later, man, my whole life planned out. I was like, yo, you know what I found out?
You spend a lot of money on frivolous shit.
I spent $800 a month on food for just
God
me.
damn.
For just me. And I had no idea. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't.
Like going out, DoorDash, like everything.
Everything. You know, they're putting like, this is Myers, Kroger's, Walmart. This is KFC, Jimmy John's, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you roughly spending $750 to $800 a month on food. And I'm like, yo. Like,
you never even thought of that shit. Never even crossed your mind.
Yo, these are different plans you can do to the whole 9 yards. Hey, this is how you can knock out interest on a credit card payment really quickly. And this and that and that. It's like, yo, 4 or 5 years ago, you would have to go pay somebody real money to look over your finances, to come up with a plan and a budget and the whole 9 yards. Nigga, I have that shit in my back pocket for $20 a month. Like, why would you not? How can you not fix your life when you got an expert?
That makes sense.
We got to use this shit before it takes over. And I might be helping it take over. But in the meantime, yo, you got to look out for what I have fucking subscriptions coming out that I'm like, man, I had no idea what card this subscription comes out of. And you won't even realize, because it'd be like $3 here, $4 there. So if you buy something at the store and you know you spent $12, when you look at your shit later, it's like, oh yeah, it's lower because I just spent $14. You didn't realize that extra $4.99 to such and such to Google. Like, who the fuck is paying Google? Who remembered that I got like an extra 100 gigabytes of Google Drive space that I don't fucking use? Like,
Your Discover card.
like,
They remember every month.
yeah, man. So like the amount of information that we have right now, and the amount of technology that we have right now is not known to record it in history for man. And the amount of data we're gonna have on our fucking glasses and that you'll be able to access. I saw something earlier that they said Google took away wonder. And it was like, well, motherfucker be like, man, I wonder if such and such, and then somebody instantly Googles that shit, right? Now, fuck Google. Niggas be like, hey Siri, or
I guess I can understand the sentiment, but now like there's no guesswork to it. It's facts. When a nigga spewing out something like, nigga, Michael Jordan scored 36,000 points in his career, nigga be like, no the fuck he didn't. Now you can just fact check that shit.
it's Siri,
And
dog.
I understand like, I wonder or the juxtaposition of it, but I think that in that case, like the technology is needed, it's warranted. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the ability to have information at my fingertips. I'll never have an issue with that because I remember what it was like having to wait to go to the library or
I had to
go
go in the
somewhere and get
basement.
information.
We had to go to the
Thankfully we
basement.
had encyclopedias, so
Yeah.
I could go look for the information, but like a nigga say something at school and like I literally gotta wait, write it down, and I'll wait till I get home and then come back. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
I remember when the
not
people came door to door, because that's how sales got done back in the day, door to
yeah.
door. I remember they came door to door, and my parents invested in the Encyclopedia Britannica, and like they sold it on. I'm not paying attention, but you see them niggas sitting in the living room. Like, oh, they in the dining room next to the good china, and having a conversation. I'm like, oh, they talking about business and shit like that. But they were talking about like how important it is for your children in school and this and that, and how it was a good investment because you're
I
gonna need
remember
it.
being able to do reports and just going down and getting a C encyclopedia to look up the information as opposed to waiting till the weekend to go to the library to get information like that. I remember like there was another family on the street that my mom was like we were real close to. And my mom would let them come down and like you couldn't take the book, but like you could like they were two girls we grew up with. Like you come down and like sit down here and use it or use the books, but you couldn't take the encyclopedia with you.
Man, that was I made a comment a couple months ago on a post about Chat GPT being used in schools and or what have you, and being looked down upon, and such and such and such and such. And I had made a comment. Only reason that this is so close to my memory because people still like comment and talk shit to me about this shit like every day. They got like damn near 10,000 likes and comments and shit, right? Didn't know I was striking a nerve. But I basically said, like, what's wrong with using large language models? Right? Because they were made, this Chat GPT and all that shit was made for words and language. So if I have a thought or an idea and I want to say it that it comes across to my audience better, I don't think there's anything wrong with having Chat GPT spruce that shit up with you because that original thought and how you said it is still you wanted it to do this or whatever. And then people was like, oh, where kids are going to be cheating and they're not learning and this and that. And they're just copying and pasting. I'm like, nigga, I remember going down to the basement, bringing out that motherfucking encyclopedia and writing that shit word for word. That's not new. Like, I get
Yeah.
it. There ain't nothing new under the sun. Like, there may be a different way that we access certain things, but niggas been plagiar. I used to do book reports writing directly out the book. So now I copy
Nigga,
and paste it versus writing it. And I was thinking like, you're the kids are learning. Nigga, we didn't learn before.
dog, it's funny that you mentioned plagiarizing because I got put on academic probation in college. I was taking classes at University of Phoenix for plagiarizing my own work. Like I had to go before the dean and like this whole academic staff because I plagiarized my own paper.
Explain.
So there was a class that I was taking, and just due to my schedule, I dropped the class. I was maybe like 2.5, 3 weeks into the class, and I dropped it. Next semester, I re up and I take the class. Now I had already submitted work for the first 3 weeks. I ended up getting the same teacher, the same syllabus. So when it came time to do the same assignment, I resubmit the bitch because I already did it. I did the research. Like it's all my work. It's all original. They got some type of system that checked the shit, and they was like, "Yo, this is an original work that has been used on this date by this student." And I'm like, "Yeah, bitch, by me."
Yeah, that's
Like,
me.
look at the name. Look at the name. Like, yes, I did submit it on this. It's the same teacher. It's the same class. Why would I write a whole nother fucking 10-page paper? And I got one here I already did the work.
You wanted me to ask myself the same question and come up with the same answer? Like, come on, my nigga. What do you want me to do?
Nigga, they put me on academic probation for that shit. For plagiarism.
I'm like, nigga, do that make sense to you? Like,
Jay, I'm explaining this to a room full of scholars the same way me and you are having this conversation. Like
that's what I would be talking to them like, nigga, do this make sense to y'all motherfuckers? Like,
that
what the fuck is
and that's
going
what I
on?
was like. I dropped the class. I took the class again. All the other work that I had submitted for the first 3 weeks, all the other assignments, everything been all good. Ain't nobody said shit. But when it come to this paper, like this the tipping point. My paper, my paper.
Man, I wish I could go back in time with with this version of myself and argue with teachers and like stand up for myself in a different way with adults when I was younger because some of that shit just didn't make no fucking sense. Like
And it was
I don't remember the thing that happened, but I remember having a conversation with about and my mom told me I can't call my teacher a liar because one, don't call a grown up a liar, and you can't call a teacher a liar. But two, she was like, I remember she gave me the instruction on how to say it. Like, I'm sorry, but I think you're sadly mistaken. Is the verbiage she told me to give. But like, I don't remember this incident that caused that, but I remember how it made me feel. You feel me? Like they always say a person will forget what you said, but they'll forget how you made them feel. Like I remember the feeling of the teacher, but I don't
I
remember what
can
the situation was. And like
I
I wish
can do
I can go
I can
back.
do you one better. I can do you one better because I remember the teacher and I remember the incident. In fourth grade, we had a new teacher and she was from California and she taught geography. I cannot remember this woman's name. I can see her face clear as day. She taught geography. She called me a liar in the front of the class when I said that Canada is south of Detroit and not north. Where I said what is it? Windsor is south of Detroit in Canada and not north. She called me a liar, pulled out like a what's the a globe and was like, "This is Canada, this is Detroit." I went home like I just remember going home mad as fuck because I knew I was right because my dad has this big thing or had this big thing about knowing where the fuck you are. If we on the freeway, what direction you going in?
Yeah.
Is this east or west? Is this north or south? And he would always kind of like tell us that shit so we knew where the fuck we was. And I always knew that we got on the lodge going south to get the fuck going. I just knew it's south to go to Canada. And I went home mad as hell. And I remember this was the first time I heard my dad say this shit, but like this was always like uh, a mantra in our house that you don't have to take no shit off of nobody. That was my dad's. That's how
So
my dad lived his life. And he
see,
sent me back the next day in fourth grade, recharged with this new information.
see, this is a portion of the reason why you are the way that you are. You feel that you are because you don't have to take no shit off of nobody. And you probably felt really good going there telling her to fuck off. And you like that feeling when you told her to fuck off. And you've been telling niggas to fuck off, whether they deserve it or not, since.
My whole life, my whole life, since I was probably about 10 years old, my whole life.
We
And
are finally getting to what makes Dame tick.
Jay, I knew I was so right. My dad, when we would go on trips and shit, now let's tell you how, like, this is before MapQuest. My dad had road maps
Yeah, for sure.
of all the states that we used to travel to, and he would like pinpoint our trips on the road map. He gave me a road map that opened all the way up that showed all of Michigan, and it showed fucking Windsor going south because I could read the compass on the map. I went back to school the next day, and I said, and I remember telling her, "You're wrong," and I opened that shit up on the board and showed her, and she apologized to me in front of the class.
So
So
this
that's
is
probably my first
look,
time I made
look.
a motherfucker apologize
And you've been
to me.
chasing this
Also,
shit ever since, dog. Apologize to me because you want that feeling
because I
again.
was right. I was right.
We
If
have
I'm right, you
cracked
owe me an apology.
we have cracked the Dame Gone Wild case, man.
Dog, I remember that shit like it was yesterday. It was fourth grade. For sure, fourth grade.
Man, it's crazy what you remember. I remember when did the Pistons sweep LA?
89, 90.
Let me find out when did
It's the 89, 90 season.
uh, not that I don't believe you. I just need this for what I'm about to say next. When did the Detroit Pistons sweep the Los Angeles Lakers when they had their first two championships?
Certainly. Let's make that nice and professional. The Los Angeles Lakers secured their first two championships back in the franchise's early days.
Nigga, that's not that's why the fuck you can't trust AI because he talking about some other shit. That's not what the fuck I asked you to do.
No,
Anyway,
it's the 89, 90 season.
89-90. Okay, cool. 89-90, which means I was 8 years old. That means I was in the man, but I was at
Probably third
James.
grade.
I was in the second grade though. Was that the first
Okay.
time? It was 88-90 because it was 88-89 and 89-90.
Yeah, we did it back to back in 89, 90 is when we swept the Lakers. Because I remember we went down to the parade. I didn't understand what sweeping was, and there was a bunch of niggas with brooms. I
There was a
remember us going to the parade.
there was a teacher in Jameson who was from LA, and I remember she was all in yellow, white, and purple, and like the school was like sweet, sweet, sweet LA. Like it was a thing of like fucking with her because in her classroom at the end of the hall, she had her Lakers shit and like we was going against Lakers and shit. It was sweet, sweet, but like it'd be wild as hell what you remember as a small child though. And that should be
God, that
lifelong memories. Cause that memory of me sweep, sweep, sweep LA. Why do I remember that? That was 30 years ago. That's over 30 years ago.
just remember, like for me, I've been a life. I believe I was kind of like indoctrinated into it. I remember asking my dad because he grew up in Dallas, like he was a Cowboys fan. He's like, "You a fan from where you from? That's the team you supposed to. That's the team you supposed to support." So like, it was never, I never had like no a bunch of L.A. Raiders or a bunch of other gear. Like nigga, in this house, we Pistons, Lions, and Tigers fans. That's where you from. That's your team. That's who you support. And you can watch
Also,
local sports on TV. And nigga, I grew up watching Rodney Pete, fucking Barry Sanders, Andre Ware, Herman Moore. Like that's all I knew. I remember
but
when the Red
also,
Wings was winning.
but also when we grew up, all of our sports teams were actually winning though. Like
Yeah.
you had one of the greatest running backs of all
Except the
time.
Lions. Except the Lions.
You had Barry
They was
Sanders.
kind
He
of
was like
tough.
Barry Sanders. Them niggas was going to the playoffs. They wasn't winning, but like Barry Sanders, the greatest running back of all time. He was our hometown team. Of course, you rooted for the Lions. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like,
I
of
remember
course.
being a young kid in the barber shop, and I always remember like every year niggas talking about Wayne Font's job on the line. But Coach Fonts was always the coach next year. I remember niggas talking about Chuck Daly, Daddy Rich, like, and it was just them iconic names and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Anywho, man. A lot been going on this week.
Yeah.
Um, where you want to start? You want to talk about? Let's talk about Adrian Broner. On it is what it is.
I like how Cam graciously asked Adrian Bronner to leave. I believe Bronner might have been under the, might have had a little sauce in the system.
He's an
And
alcoholic.
yeah. And I think
Like
he might have been I'm drunk right now. I think he might have been drunk right now
I mean,
during
that's
that
what
interview.
alcoholics do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying alcoholic as in
Functioning no, I know there's somebody in my life very close to me that's an alcoholic, and they are a functioning alcoholic, be it work. They start their day off with vodka.
I don't know
Most
that
niggas.
AB is a functional alcoholic. I think he's just an alcoholic because he don't seem to function. Like like
I think that's his level of functioning. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like he ain't got to go punch the clock and fucking work at a telemarketing center. Like he a boxer unless he training for a fight, which are few and far between these days.
I say is
You
he
know,
is he a boxer?
when the last time he fought? I feel like he had a fight this year.
He has not had a fight this year.
I just said I feel like it. I probably was wrong on that, but
He had a random ass fight like a year ago, that against a nobody that he didn't even do well in. He might have got a. It's really been it's been a big disappointment from AB.
I mean, Adrian Broner has really fell off. We at one point thought he was the next big thing, and
I
after those
didn't.
comments with Rock Nation Sports, and he just fell off. He fell off. It was really after that Maidana fight.
Um, he had other fights after that. He fought Pacquiao after that fight. You know what I'm saying? He's
No, but
had
I'm saying the Maidana fight was the one that really kind of like exposed him, in my opinion.
Adrian Broner's last fight was June 3rd of 2023. So it was 2 years ago.
Okay.
Um,
What was the decision?
he beat he beat Blair Cobb. No, I'm sorry, he lost to Blair Cobb. What am I thinking about? Yeah,
So last fight 2 years ago, and it was a loss.
and Blair Cobb is a nobody. He talks a good game, but his only credible win is against Adrian Broner, and Adrian Broner does not have a credible win. His most credible win that Adrian Broner has on his resume is Paulie Malignaggi. Paulie is the best fighter that he has a win over, and that's
Soft
crazy.
hands.
That
Soft
nigga couldn't
hands,
fight his way
Paulie.
out of couldn't punch his way out of a wet paper bag. And much respect to Paulie in the boxing ring. He's a piece of shit out of it. But most respect to him in the boxing ring. He could really box. He couldn't punch for shit.
Yeah, I remember because they got into it in the ring. That whole my side chick, because allegedly Bronner had hit one of his girls or something. That whole side chick conversation.
Yeah. So I mean, the way it came off on camera, I think it came off well. That you got to make sure that your employees as well as your friends, especially the woman, feel secure. If there's a nigga continually to harass and hit on her, it's uncomfortable for me. It's uncomfortable for her. So you got to get the fuck on, my nigga.
And her
Um,
man was there.
yeah, allegedly.
Uh, So I
Regardless, she
mean,
could have been that
it's
bitch.
just disrespectful.
He could have been that motherfucker by himself. You know what I'm saying? It's like if we all in here telling you to chill and you keep going, like what would you do in a room by yourself? That shit creepy, man. And like you gotta
Yeah.
check creepy niggas. There's a bunch of you creepy niggas out there. Like I see how y'all interact with women. Like I see, like y'all are you the nigga in Players Club. Some of y'all be the nigga. What was the nigga in Players Club? Stanley?
Uh, Stanley, yeah, Stanley followed Diamond home. I
Like
just want
y'all,
to talk.
or you be like a Corey Holcomb ass nigga and shit. Like you really look like you hate women.
Mhm.
You feel me? Like that shit ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? And men have to check men when they see that shit, hold each other accountable, or hold that nigga
You gotta
accountable.
check the creepy ass. No, you have to check the creepy ass friend.
Yeah. Or the creepy ass nigga. He don't even necessarily got to be a friend. But like you see
Yeah.
some shit going on, it's tough in this world now because you might fuck around and get killed being a good Samaritan and shit, right? But also, that's sometimes a man. That's what men got to do. I don't not get killed, but like
Nick, niggas make jokes about like scaring the hoes. Like, nigga, you are literally scaring the women away.
like that's so interesting that you bring that up because that's what that means. This nigga, you're scaring the hoes. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Your behavior is scaring them away.
But after that segment was over and after the show went off, the mics were still hot and he got caught talking about AB. Like, yo, man, this nigga fucking this and that. And I don't fuck with that nigga. And I should have did this and should have did that. But while the cameras was on, it was hugs and love you, my nigga, and blah, blah, blah. Then he got online talking about that's not really his friend. He a friend. He only cordial. Like, so which one is it, my nigga? Because which one is it? Because you saying things in public and doing things in private, and it's not matching up. Someone also accused you of doing that same thing. I like how it looked.
It's
Thought
just
it, but it gotta be that for real. It can't just look like that.
it's sad to see AB become a caricature of himself. A lot now with us having access to so much information, social media, really nobody has any anomaly or ambiguity to themselves. And we see a lot more and we're exposed to a lot more than we should be. And it's just sad to see the crashing and burning of AB in real time over the years. This is just another example of it. I think in the moment, Cam was gracious with asking him to leave. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna pay you for your time as well." But it's just sad to see niggas self implode and don't even have the wherewithal to be able to stop themselves.
I can't stand a nigga like, oh man, you so beautiful. Yeah, I know, but like, you ain't never seen somebody. All right, nigga, damn. These be the thanks for the ad on Facebook ass
We get
nigga.
it.
Like that shit
Thank you
nasty.
for the ad, beautiful.
Yo, thank you for the ad is crazy in 2025. Like that is absolutely fucking crazy in 2025, dog. Um, you get a chance to see the other trending topic this week with Dame and the Breakfast Club.
My bad.
Did you get a chance to see the other trending topic of the week, Dame and the Breakfast Club?
Did, man. It's also sad to see my nigga Dame. Uh, well, yes, it still is sad to see what he has become. Uh, people were posting. I saw online people were posting a lot of old interviews from Dame, clips from the movie Backstage, or especially the scene where he was going off on Kevin Lyles while getting his hair cut and combed at the same time. Dame has always been an asshole, but when you're on top, people have to deal with you a little bit differently because you are running the show, and I got the money, I got the prestige, but every you got to take that same ladder downstairs when you're not on top no more. And a lot of ass you told to kiss on the way up will be the foot you got to kiss on the way down. And it's been a humble fall for Dame. And I get his explanations like, yo, I'm still a millionaire. Donald Trump filed for bankruptcy. But we're not talking about Donald Trump, nigga. We talking about you. We talking about Damon Dancing Machine Dash and the mogul that you used to be, and the l- caricature of yourself that you are right now. You can get mad. You can call niggas gay. I ain't never had no boss. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do that. But like Charlemagne made a point, like nigga, maybe you should work for somebody. Maybe you should, have some type of revenue coming in. So all of these things that perception does become reality, and people's perception is that Dame is poor. That's the perception.
Perception is not reality, though. Reality is reality. You can perceive whatever the fuck you want to, but it don't
Fair
change the
enough.
fact that reality is reality. I can
Right?
put a velvet glove over an iron fist, and you may not know that what's under this motherfucking glove is an iron fist. Whatever the perception is, you know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah.
reality is, I'm gonna slap the shit out you with this hand, and it's not gonna feel like a hand. You feel me? That's when your perception, you were not this. Now, I'm not going to pretend to understand or have the details of Dame's finances, but when you do file bankruptcy, you do have to make that shit public. And for a nigga to owe $20 million in taxes, clearly I had something coming in. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If the fall was 30 years ago or 20 years ago, they don't allow you to owe $20 million in taxes for 20 years.
Right.
So clearly there was something coming in, right? There's clearly something coming in.
Yeah,
Uh,
you misappropriated them funds in some way. But for you to owe 20 million in taxes, you probably bought in somewhere closer to 50, 60.
Also, like, so this conversation gonna be twofold because Dame was fooling. We gonna get to the Dame fooling part, okay? We gonna get to the Dame fooling
That
part.
seems to be a common theme.
Yeah, but I would like to point out that Dame made a comment in there and said the last time I was in here, I changed you niggas' lives. And that's an absolute fact. It's an absolute fact. The last time I came in here and called you niggas workers, and y'all should be ashamed and not being your own boss. Since that moment, every single one of them have started their own companies.
Yeah.
Charlemagne started the Black Effect Network. He started his book imprint with Simon and Schuster. He started buying fucking Crystal restaurants in South Carolina. Opened the weed spot in New York with Ghostface or with Raekwon. Like he has a whole bunch of businesses. All that shit started after I told you niggas to get off your fucking ass. All that real estate shit started with Angela Yee after I called you niggas workers. All that shit. DJ Envy always had a bunch of gigs and shit going, but you start opening up these motherfucking business. All you niggas running around here, entrepreneurial this, everybody got to have a fucking hustle. Nigga, that all came from that Dame Dash interview.
Yeah, classic interview. Classic
right?
interview.
All that shit came. So while during that time frame,
My son got cookies.
niggas was laughing, joking, memeing. Couple moments went by, and then everybody went and did what the fuck that nigga said. Pandemic happened, and like that shit was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That interview.
I mean, Dame was
A
still
long time
black in
ago.
the beard. He was still black in the beard at that time.
It
He
might have
great.
not been 10 years ago, but it was like more than it was before the pandemic, I feel like.
Yeah.
And that's 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Which
so
is crazy.
also just the level set and put the right context on this shit. Before Dame Dash went on that very first interview, he went on Sway in the Morning and had a great interview. Turned them niggas up because we hadn't heard from Dame in a long time. And the interview went viral. It went massive. During that interview, they asked him about Jay. Say, listen, I want to talk about that shit. His right hand, the girl he be with that put niggas in prison and shit, the federal informant that he be with, that's his right hand. She had just had, and it's not like a secret. She is. It is what it is. Desiree or some shit like that. I don't know. Whatever the girl
Yeah, I think that
is.
is her name.
He was like, listen, niggas over there putting niggas in prison and shit. I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to talk about this shit at all. Let's not talk about that. Right? This was before the Breakfast Club interview. The only reason the Breakfast Club had that nigga on there, because that interview just went viral. Like, yo, let's talk to Dame. The very first question Envy asked that nigga was, how are you and Jay-Z meet? How did y'all start Rockefeller? Nigga, I just told you I didn't want. So that first interview, it was on the wrong foot from the very, very beginning. Because also, Envy, I probably interviewed with you for 10, 15 years. You know how me and Jay, what are you talking about?
And we've heard that origin story so many times. It's not new information.
So I say that to say that first interview started off on the wrong foot. The second interview, soon as them niggas turned the mic on, they said, oh, he's back. We off on the wrong foot again, my nigga. Cause like you came with the energy, like, and Charlemagne was in rare form this week. I haven't seen this nigga act like this in a long time. Maybe even ever. Like, it was interesting. So like the energy was off.
Debt Jam Records.
It's so interesting. How do a nigga pay $250,000 a month in child support that don't got no money? I mean, how does that work?
I don't know.
Like, are we
loans?
They won't. So you know how child support works.
I'm just joking. I'm just.
You feel me? Like, I know they gotta base this shit off income.
Yeah, for your income.
Yeah, but that's
which is typically a third of your income.
That's neither here nor there. Are we gonna? I don't know what Dame make. You know what I'm saying? But are we gonna act like we don't know that? Often people don't have property in their businesses in their own name. Are we gonna that we don't know that?
Cars, property, put it in the LLC, put it in a trust,
or your family office. It's a new term that he's been pushing for the last couple months. Go to ChatGPT and find out what the fuck it means. And you be like, oh, okay. I'm just saying, I feel that in the future, after all the jokes is done and everything like that is done, niggas is gonna hear what he said and then start heating. He also was talking about how everything, in my opinion, everything links together. Or he very clever in making it seem like everything links together, because that's also a possibility. But I wanted to file bankruptcy a while ago because this nigga keeps suing me. So I only got one other thing that's in my name. It's Rockefeller, which only has the Reasonable Doubt Project. So I tried to sell it a few years ago. And what happened? Jay-Z sued me and said I couldn't sell it. And I beat that case and I sold it on my own. They took me to court because I want that shit out my name. I don't want it no more. And they say no and try to say you got to sell it to us. No, the fuck I don't. I thought y'all wanted me to be finished with the nigga. So when I try to sell it to get it out my name, so on the back end I can file bankruptcy and shit, and they not get that in the bankruptcy. I could do that. Do your niggas want to deal? You know what I'm saying? But no, I didn't. It's dog. Why don't you leave this shit alone? Why don't y'all stop asking me about it? I just sold the last thing that connects me and him, and he tried to sue me not to sell it, and lost. They didn't report that up on the Breakfast Club. They report every time they didn't report that part. You lost that, and I sold it myself for what I wanted to.
Because there's no fun in making a nigga look bad. You know, I mean, in highlighting somebody's wins. There's no fun in that. There's no story in that. That, you know, I've gotten this off. Like, look at what I've overcome
Yeah,
when it comes to Dame, because he is such a polarizing figure, and he brings a certain level of energy whenever he walks into the room, whenever he deals with, like, he's still abrasive, loud, you know, he's still him.
I
And
heard
people have a hard
19.
time dealing with that.
I heard 19 Keys ask this question. He said, "Do you think Dame is a sellout?"
Explain to me how.
It was just a question. He's not saying he is, but like, do you think Dame is a sellout?
Not in my opinion, no.
Okay. Do you think Dame is harmful for black people?
No.
So what the
No,
fuck
I
is
don't.
niggas' problem? Like, what the fuck is niggas' problem with Dame? I ain't hurting black people. I'm not selling out. I am very brash. I definitely stand on my principles of how I think do business. So y'all acting like I'm the pariah. I can show you a bunch of niggas that sold out and do harm to black people in the process. I'm not one of them, or he not one of them.
I think because Dame was linked to Jay for so long, and they viewed Jay as the precipice of success and Dame as
Do
a
you think
failure.
Jay-Z sold out?
Not sold out, but I do think Jay has some very questionable business habits. I do think.
You don't
Go
think
ahead.
Jay-Z sold out Colin Kaepernick
Oh,
and
well,
struck a deal with the
yes,
NFL after you
yes,
said, I don't need the NFL, and then struck a deal with the NFL and got niggas all back watching NFL in the middle of a fucking protest against the NFL?
yes. He did. Yes, he did sell out Colin Kaepernick. I do agree with that.
Do you think that the NBA used Jay-Z and his likeness and made him a tiny owner in the New York Knicks so that we can build a fucking stadium and tear down houses and where you from in Brooklyn? And then the
Brooklyn, yeah,
second that fucking building was up, you not an owner no more?
yes, I do.
We got nigga, you was the face of
That's why I say questionable business practices. Absolutely.
gentrification. Niggas be on the every time a white nigga move in Detroit, y'all gentrifying. Your man's was the face of gentrification in Brooklyn. Niggas lost their home, and now they can't even live in that area that their home was in because the stadium is there.
Yeah. So, and the real estate is so expensive. You know, you talking about gentrification. I don't want to get off the Dame Dash subject. If you're from Detroit, take a drive down on a number street. There's new construction
Good.
on Number Street. They are gentrifying the hood. And
Who is
I
they?
was developers, new Detroiters.
Because niggas in scat pats can do new development whenever the fuck they feel like it.
Don't sell
Niggas are
grandma's
hitting
house.
Hutch. They can put nigga got a fucking a chain that says 7 Mile and don't own no property on 7 Mile.
Do not sell grandma's house. Don't
Nigga
do it.
got a chain and a watch and rings and trying to say Brightmo, but ain't built not in their house in Brightmo.
You and your cousins can come up with $2 grand a year to pay them taxes. Don't sell grandma's house. Just
That one
don't.
nigga stole $60 fucking million from the fucking conservative and bought fucking cars and boats and shit in a bar. Like, nigga, and will tell you, yo, white people, man, these niggas trying to take over.
No, we let them. We let them. We let them. We didn't buy that property from the land bank. There's tax auctions every day. Buy you a house in Palmer Woods for $3,000. Niggas don't do it. I'd rather have a pair of buffs on my face. I'd rather have some all white sticks. Fuck, I need a house
So
in equity for. I can't wear
I
no
just
equity
find
on my neck.
it funny that when like people be out here actually doing stuff, right? I know that Dame got a network, America New,
America, yeah.
it's on your Samsung TV right now. You know them free channels,
Yeah.
the Samsung TV, the Roku TV, it's on there. Nigga, we was on there streaming live last year.
Has original content.
I got my original content on Revolt. Now, you feel me? Is he the chairman? I don't fucking know. He say 30 days. The Revolt niggas say no. Well, why is content on that motherfucker? Why y'all running ads on Revolt? Like, how does that happen? Cam talking about, yo, he ain't this, he ain't like, how does that happen? Why does randomly out of the blue Dame just got
that's not how business works. That's just not how business works.
like,
I gotta sit down. I gotta sit down with somebody. A contract gotta get signed. Like there has to be business done. Now you
Like,
may not like the fact that I spoke on it. Maybe we were waiting for a press release, but like something happened. Something happened.
yeah. And the last thing then before we get into until I start talking about Dame, you feel me? Charlamagne, like you don't own Paid in Full. I thought you can't have a boss and blah blah blah. Me personally, I remember Dame saying the only movie he's ever done that he didn't own outright was Paid in Full, and he would never do that shit again because he didn't like. He slapped Harvey Weinstein,
yeah,
because he didn't like how the business was going. Like the nigga that everybody hate, and I slapped that nigga in his fucking face. Whatever. I remember him saying that. It might have been on the Breakfast Club, could be, but like that's the only movie, and everything else I didn't had ownership, the whole 9 yards or whatever. I just don't like how when two niggas don't like each other, why would y'all sit up there in each other's face like that? It's just for content then.
Yeah, because I need you for content, you need me for content.
You need me for content, I need you for your audience. Now, Dame was up there on some bullshit though. Whatever, all the other shit I said aside, when the first question is, how did this happen? Let me ask you a question. No, nigga, that's not how this works. Don't answer my question with a question. Answer the fucking question. You cut me off. And I was arguing back on this conversation between Charlamagne and Dame. This was me and another nigga, whatever that last Monday holiday was.
Memorial Day, Labor Day.
Yeah. Arguing with a friend of mine's brother. I'm like, nigga, and he was the Dame of the situation. I'm like, dog, what are you talking about, dog? You cut me off. All right, my nigga, you got it. Because after when you were hour two, like, you know what? I didn't want to talk about none of this shit.
Like, I really wanted to enjoy barbecue and a couple of drinks.
Like had Dame went up there and actually hit some actual points, because he had some points and had some things to say, but it was so muddled in a bunch of nonsense and bullshit and fake on this inflated ideal of what you think a man is and what Harlem is, and my OGs told me this, so nigga, that's how y'all did it in y'all neighborhood, but the rest of the world don't fucking work that way, dog. What the fuck what you did in your neighborhood? This is how my OG taught me. Whoop-de-doo. Like, nigga, whoop-de-doo. I don't give a fuck what your OG taught you. Nigga, that don't got shit to do with me.
It don't have shit to do with now. It don't have the thing about the old days is them was the old days.
It got something to do with now. Just how like when your father told you you ain't gotta take no shit off nobody. That has everything to do with now, and it's been baked into you, right? But that's how you act. You can't expect you out of everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
don't. Nigga, I gave my kids the same talk, and none of them act like me. None of them act like me. I
like
empowered them with the same exact talk, and don't none of them, nobody else took it and ran with it.
yeah, like Dane was up there. You made yourself, no matter what point you were making, that made a lot of people gonna be turned off by the delivery. And when you say something wild, I don't even believe you have the, not me. Some people may not even believe you have the capability of saying something deep or interesting or truthful or helpful when they look at you like, oh, this nigga this or oh, this nigga that. And this dog, I hate niggers obsession with this Godfather shit. I hate you niggas, man. And this Godfather shit. Leave that shit alone, man. Why the fuck? When motherfuckers be like, y'all want to be white, nigga, y'all want to be Italian. That shit is so whack to me, man. That's not your that's a culturally appropriating somebody else shit. How we like to point out white folks culturally appropriating black culture, nigga. We've been trying to hijack every Corleone, every Capo, all this mob shit, nigga. Fuck them niggas, man.
Yeah,
What
I
are
agree
we?
with you completely.
Fuck them niggas, man. And that movie wasn't that. I just seen The Godfather for the first time within the last. I was staying on 6 Mile. Last
Okay.
10 years. The last 10 years. I've been here 5 years now.
The Godfather was good. I think Goodfellas is better.
Yeah, but like the hype don't be worth it after. Oh man, this was the greatest. Did you see the story that?
I think because niggas trying it be that part. You be trying to overanalyze it. You can't put the this week in culture on spin on everything. Some things you should just enjoy it for what it is. I like The Godfather because I just enjoy it. I like Marlon Brando. I like Al Pacino. I enjoy the story. Do I need
But
to critique?
Michael and Fredo, see what he was really telling you is that man, shut the fuck up, man.
You niggas are not Michael or Fredo. Okay? I love The Godfather. I love the storyline, but like I don't try and correlate that shit to my real life.
Nigga,
You
this
know what
chess, not checkers.
and you niggas can't play either. You can't play either. It's more connect forward. Your life is really more connect forward than anything.
Now listen, I get it. There's some of you listening right now who really, really love The Godfather. And I've only seen this shit one time. And I tried to watch them. I got through one, then watched two, and I couldn't make it to three in the same setting because that's insane.
I mean, that's damn near 10 hours.
Yeah, it's insane. I fell asleep.
It's almost
It wasn't
10
that.
hours.
It wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? This was some years ago. Me and a young lady tried to try to get into the outside because she ain't never seen it either. Well, let's go ahead and check this out. And it
It's
makes
really 1 and 3 are the you can kind of cut out 2. 1 and 3 are the movies.
Goodfellas is really good. It's also based on a true story. So
Goodfellas, I think, came out 35 years ago this week. Something like that. 30, 35 years ago.
we also not gonna forget about Charlemagne and how embarrassing he was up there. He does do this a lot. When he made a joke that wasn't nobody laughing at, and he just kept laughing, he was like, "Look, no one's laughing. You got the stink face. Like you turned it on. Have you ever heard Charlemagne say anything bad about that? I mean, about Jay?
No.
Remotely close?
No.
And every time I come up here to have a conversation with you, you wearing his clothes in front of me, like you antagonizing me and shit. Like that's just disrespectful and it's petty. Even the first interview.
That's the role that Charlemagne plays in the Breakfast Club.
I mean, that's how you. And it's like, unless you one of his favorites, you're not getting a good interview.
Not an objective interview, no.
No,
Not
when
at all.
he knows you or likes you, or like you are pushing it. I know this sounds worse than what I mean. If you were pushing an agenda that he wants to support, then the interview is going to be interesting.
I listened to the Breakfast Club this morning. They had Cardi on, and he dick sucked Cardi for the whole hour I was in the car. Dick sucked Cardi the whole entire time. Talking about how they talk offline about politics. She came to his daughter's 16 birthday party. Like literally dick sucked Cardi the whole time.
Yeah, I'm not watching the Cardi interview. And this whole idea, I've been seeing like think pieces about Cardi and why it's okay. I don't know, maybe mind my business when it comes to that shit. I just know that the world is slowly falling apart, and we don't value the same things anymore. And it's okay if people have different values, but I feel like I got different values than damn near the a large percentage of my quote unquote culture. And I used to share the same beliefs and the same values. I don't hold these no more. And
I don't try to, and I feel that's what makes me different. I can easily call out things I don't agree with and things that are wrong. They're wrong. And I know niggas be scared to say that shit. They act like it's taboo to say when you don't go wrong with the group think. But some shit is wrong.
money
The
don't
end.
money don't make you a mother, and money don't make you a father. I don't give a fuck what you make. You know what I'm saying? Them actions and them and the teachings and the lessons and the actual rearing of a child, not the finance, not paying for. You niggas think because you are financially responsible for the kid, you have raised the kid. No, you have
You have not.
maintained the child. You have financially maintained the child. What lessons did you teach them? Not with your mouth, but with your actual actions. Because during a time frame, your kid don't respect you. That's why they don't listen to you. That's what it boils down to. When you respect your parents, when you have a healthy respect for them and a healthy fear of them, you heed their warnings. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That don't mean that you do everything that they say you supposed to do, because you're a human, you got free will. But like, you would try to hide it because you respect them. It's not like, yo, I ain't doing that shit, nigga, and you can live with it. Hey, come in at 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, you walking in. What up, niggas? Like, they don't respect you.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
They don't respect the consequences. Nothing.
No, they don't respect you. And that's a you thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's not I've never been a parent, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'm pretty sure people have grown up with aunts and uncles and other family members that they just didn't respect.
Or you see on the flip side, maybe there is that aunt or uncle or grandparent that they got the utmost respect and fear for.
Yeah. That's got to be tough. Right? Yo, can you come
Yeah.
talk to such and such? Because they don't listen to me. Damn. Now, some of that shit just be like, yo, the boy 14, 15 years old. He don't want to talk to mama. He need to hear from his father. That's
Yeah.
not, I don't respect you. That's like shit, growing pains. When
Yeah.
we getting roles. Like, I need to be around the manly energy, whatever. Right?
But I don't listen to my mom and my grandma, but Uncle Bruce put the fear of God in me.
Yeah. So I don't want to just like, yo, if you tell your kids something, they don't do it, that mean they don't respect you. Some of that shit just be natural growing pains. You know what I'm saying? Your daughter may want to listen to mom more so she listen to dad because you can relate to this thing. That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the connection is different. I mean, I've gone through with my own kids. There was a point in time where some of the stuff their mother was telling them held more weight. There comes a point in time where I get a call from them like, "Look, you need to talk to this motherfucker before I kill him."
Yeah.
It's just that's why you need the balance. That's
Yeah.
literally why you need the balance.
I was seeing this girl get on a Facebook and post about like, yo, it's absolutely nothing wrong with Cardi B having 4 kids. And somebody was like, nigga, she had the other baby just turned 1. like last week or some shit. Who knew? Because I don't follow. And you about to give birth to another one.
Yeah.
And they both got different daddies, allegedly. Right? I'm like, shit, that's wild. And you still married. Like, man, that's wild.
So in Michigan, if a woman is married and has a baby, even if it's not with her husband, he is legally responsible. He's legally the child's father. She can put his name on the birth certificate, even though we did not conceive this child together. I don't know what state she having the baby in, what laws may have. Now, she did come out and say it was with her boyfriend, Stefan Diggs. So I'm hoping, it doesn't get that far, but Offset got something to go by. Like, yo, this ain't my baby, your honor. And she said it.
Listen to
Uh,
this. What if Cardi just wants to have babies and whether the fathers of those babies are in her life is irrelevant to her? What if she desires motherhood but not necessarily care if she has or does not have a relationship with the fathers? She is successful, she's rich, and can afford to take care of her children. So for her, she gets to enjoy the beauty of motherhood, capital letters, without having to rely on the support from the fathers. What if dot dot dot? And then somebody chimes in, there's nothing wrong with being a mother, no matter what the father has going on. Her business. You
and
motherfuckers
you
is stupid
and
as
you
fuck.
bitches think y'all cooking. You bitches think y'all cooking with that shit. I can tell by how it's written.
Oh, listen, the Facebook page is called Inspire Her, which was retweeted by somebody or reposted by somebody called Soft Girl Luxury. And which was repeated or retweeted by some girl on my timeline who just had her second baby with another father, and she's not with either one of them. And I only know this from the Facebook timeline because I don't know the girl in real life. So
Hey man, I'm gonna say something and it's gonna be wrong. You bitches is wrong. You bitches are not hardwired correctly. You bitches is crazy. You bitches is
that's a
crazy.
lot. That's a lot of bitches, dang.
I don't care. I don't care. I just said, I just preference it, but it's going to be wrong. It's going to be wrong. Y'all hoes is crazy. Y'all misled. Turn the TV off. Take your shoes off and touch grass. Go outside, bitch. It is hard being a parent, period. Father or mother. I don't care how much money you got, how many nannies you got, how much support system you got. Kids need to be, they need both. They need the charge from both parents. Now I can understand if a motherfucker just unfit or abusive or something like that, and it is a detriment
And
to
why
the
would you lay
child.
down? Why would you lay down with a motherfucker like that? Men included. Because men, why would you stick your dick into a woman who fight, who bust out car windows the whole night? Like you knew better. Like the nigga don't get a pass for bad behavior because why are you having raw sex with these randoms, and now the baby not in your life, and you don't I don't want to deal with the baby mama. Why the fuck did you hit it? It's not like you didn't know this shit was a possibility. You
No,
hit
no, no,
raw.
no. Why did you hit her raw? Why did you hit her raw? My mama would have the same conversation with me every time I told her that I was having a child. Did you use protection, Damon? Like, no. She like, so you meant to have a child. You meant to have a child. And it's just it the biology has been there since for
The
thousands of
inception.
years.
Since we came to this motherfucker.
It's very simple. And I understand raw. Look, man, there's nothing that feels better than raw, wet vagina. Nothing. I haven't found anything since my first hit. I've been searching for it for the rest of my life. There's nothing that feels better than it. But I understand the consequence that comes along with it. I cannot tell. I cannot tell you. I rem, I just use story time with Dane. There was a young lady that I've been pursuing and wanting to pursue, and she finally gave in to my pursuit. I had her here in the sanctuary. and it was about to go down.
The
I
sanctuary is a
Oh yeah.
diabolical.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Back when I had the canopy on the bed, silk sheets,
You
silk
one of the
tiger stripe seats.
you one of the niggas
Seats.
who could possibly be scaring the hoes. This is scaring the hoes behavior.
I thank God for the woman that took those sheets away from me. But anyway, back in the day, I finally got her here. This has been a woman I've been chasing for a very long time. We about to get intimate, and she was like, "It don't matter if he used a condom." And in that moment, I went to a screeching halt because you look good, that body is good, but I know right now, with my dick in my hand, that I don't want to be tied to you for the rest of my life. This is a one-way ticket. I do not want to be tied to you for the rest of my life. And with the cavalier attitude that she said it with, like, you don't have to. I said, you know what? I see why I understand why I couldn't connect with you for so long because you're stupid. You're
Also,
stupid.
like, yo,
Story time
STDs,
with Dave.
STDs have not gone out of style. I think them bitches is back in full effect. And like not having a child with the woman is one thing for sure. You know what I'm saying?
But I
There
don't
are
want to
more.
end up with herpes neither.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can raw dog and then be like, yo, it's the morning after pill right by the bed. The whole night. You're not having a child, but you might take something else with you. And like y'all don't have no fear of that at all.
I've talked about it very candidly on Shop Talk Podcast. I have been burnt before in my career, and it's nothing to joke about. I can make light of it now because it was almost 20 years, 10, 15 years ago. I lived through it. I got through it. It was something that I could shake. But
No pun intended.
yeah, but I got lucky. I got lucky. I've had more sexual partners than I'm proud of. I'm definitely in the three digits. You I'm definitely in the three digits when it comes to sexual partners. I'm lucky that I've skated by with how I've conducted myself in my lifetime. But like I don't want to deal with a woman that I know rightfully doesn't want me a part of a child's life, is willing to erase me and keep me out of my child's life. I love my kids. They are all that I have. They are my life's work. Everything that I put into everything that I do is for the benefit of them and for the continuation of my family because my kids are my life's work. And to think that somebody would not want me a part of that process before inception. They've already saying like, I got money, I'm successful, I don't need no man. Bitch, that's dumb thinking. And
That baby do.
you stupid.
That baby need one. That baby need a
Yeah.
man. Baby need a father. That baby need balance. And man, that baby need balance. Man,
Y'all watching too much Bad Girls Club, too much Zeus TV,
I
too
wonder
much
what it's
love and
like.
hip hop.
I went to see that movie, him.
Hmm. How was it?
Very demonic,
Okay.
very devilish. Lot of devil shit. I'm not telling you if it's good or
Symbolism
bad.
or
No,
just
we not in
blatant?
symbolism. We pass symbolism. A lot
Okay.
of devil shit goes on. You know what I'm saying? Start off as symbolism, but like a lot of devil shit going on. And I'm gonna connect 2 points that don't seem like they connected. Y'all heard about this trial with Puffy and shit, right? Y'all listen to the
Yeah.
trial. I've listened to the interviews of two of the niggas who was a part of the
When
freak
is
offs and shit.
sentencing?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yo, the industry is a disgusting and evil place. And it got a lot of crazy shit going on. So a lot of demonic shit going on. And just a lot, this is a bad place. I would argue to say that there's no way I would want to raise a child in the music industry. There's no fucking
Fact.
way that I can
Facts.
be around all that evil, all that energy, and then come home to a baby. Because that energy transfers. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna transfer to you, and then you gonna transfer that energy to it. I often think about this pod, this week in culture, work on Sunday, all this different shit I be thinking about. It's like, so what happens when this goes really good? Because it actually will put me in a position where I don't want to be. I just want the freedom of the thing, but I don't want the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? I would not want to raise a child in that evil ass industry. Definitely not for them bitches. Well, not bitches, but not for them things. You know, I don't
I'm
know how
rubbing
many
off
children.
on you.
I don't know if she got.
On you.
I don't know if she got 4 children or not, because I don't. That's not my business. I don't listen to her music. I only see her making funny quips and quirks online. You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard a little video clip from her. She was like, "Yo, the first time I heard my verse, I was laughing, such and such and such and such." When you heard your verse, you know what I mean? When you was writing it? No, she said I almost teared up when I heard my verse. You know what I mean? You teared up when you was writing the verse? You teared up when you heard it? You ain't right. Like, what's going on here?
Maybe we're reading too much into it.
I don't like how I mean, believe it or not, I've had my foot in the door of the quote unquote industry for quite some time. I've been peeking through the door of the industry for quite some time. I'll say that. You feel me? I've been in some rooms with amazing people. I've seen projects come together. I've seen and had conversations with executives. People have had conversations in front of me. Just only in the studio. All types of conversations go down every day.
Absolutely.
I do know what the fuck I be talking about sometimes, right? And just me peeking in does not mean I'm in it. Do not mean I got like full knowledge of everything. What I don't like currently is how the powers that be right now make it seem normal that in the art of rapping, this should be a collaborative sport and no one writes their music. I don't believe that to be the case. Have others written songs for other people? 100%.
Yeah.
But they give it to they are. This is not art. This is commerce. And on the commerce side of the game, I've seen people do worse things for money. So a portion of me like, yo, it ain't that serious. But on the art side of the game, y'all not talking about art? Because Vincent Van Gogh ain't letting another nigga put his brush on this motherfucking canvas. Yeah. Michelangelo and Vincent Van Gogh could probably tag team and make it a nigga. If you don't get your brush away from my fucking easel,
first of all, nigga, if you don't get out of where I'm at, I don't want you nowhere around.
Like,
and when I think of some of my favorite MCs, I feel like they are some of the greatest writers of all time. You would be hard pressed to tell me that Nas needed help for "I Gave You Power," or he needed.
I'm not talking about, because I've been in sessions where, nigga, it's 15 bars done. Like, I need another rhyming word with this. That's not what I'm talking about.
No.
You feel me? Because like, I say clap back. I don't want to say clap back. Somebody give me something else that I'm not talking about, yo, give me a word. I'm talking about, you mean 7 of you niggas made this song and you just gonna repeat it and you get all the accolades? Can you imagine?
No, I can't.
So how about this? I'm just gonna Dick Gregory say, what's my man who wrote, what's Haley? What's his first name? Who wrote the autobiography of Malcolm X? Alex Haley.
Alex Haley.
Dick Gregory said, you ain't write that shit, nigga. That's what he said. He said they wrote that they and gave it to him or whatever. Also, the autobiography of Malcolm X written by somebody else is crazy. because that's a biography of Malcolm
Yeah.
X, not an autobiography. You can't. Another nigga can't write your autobiography because
Right.
whatever. I mean, whatever.
I mean, that's just the rules of writing. I didn't.
It's a biography.
Yeah.
Now, some say, I wasn't there. I don't know that he was dictating a lot of it to him, and then the rest he just did on his own. But then that's not an autobiography. That's a weird something or another. Anywho, can you imagine like, you a fucking? I know you hate poetry, even though you watch battle rap, which is poetry. Like you get a motherfucking Pulitzer Prize and you didn't write the work. Like, but it impacted people and you liked it though, bitch. You didn't write it. Like the praise
the
is
award
because,
is for the writing.
like the reason that we praise the thing is like because I can't do it. That's why it's dope. Because I can't do it. Nigga,
If I
you drew
find
that?
out Kendrick didn't write "Damn" and got the Pulitzer, I would be in an uproar.
You an art student that Cass, right?
Absolutely.
What if a nigga drew half your picture and then you turn it in? You think that's not like what?
My nigga, I damn near got into a fight with a nigga because he stole one of my pictures and put his name on it just to get the grade. Bitch,
No.
this mine. This is mine. I damn near got into a fight with a nigga because of that
Look at
shit, man.
It went off screen. Can you still see me?
Yeah, I can still see you.
Like this is some pictures and shit. This is from 1997. This was the Punisher that I drew in 1997. This was I don't know if you can see this. Deadpool I drew in 96. This was December 7th of 96. Tasmanian Devil. That was 95. This is what I thought I was putting color in this motherfucker. Knuckles. That was 95. Fucking Aladdin, because my mama had every Disney movie. So
Yeah.
I drew this.
You drew them covers. You drew them
what I'm saying?
covers.
This was Simba from the Lion King and shit. Now look, I drew a nigga about to get into the electric chair with Garfield
pulling the trick. Garfield being the executioner.
Yeah.
Hey man, you might need to talk to your therapist about that one.
And that nigga it is Garfield's electric chair, and it says "Who's next?" And this was Jason Johnson, April 29th, 1996.
You may need to take that one to the therapist.
You know how fucking pissed I would be if a nigga was like, yeah, me and him wrote that. No, the fuck we didn't. This was all my 13-year-old self and even younger Earthworm Jim. Like I just randomly found these. Now I look at little Timon from the Lion King and shit.
Proud of your little pictures.
Pocahontas and shit. Like I even found a motherfucking article I plagiarized. Alexander the Great. I wrote a paper. I got this motherfucker over here. Forrest Gump. You feel me? Like you take pride in making art. Like nigga, this was in December the 17th of 1995. This is 30 years ago.
But that's the difference in what you say. They're not making a lot of these artists using air quotes are not making art, they're making commerce. Now I've been in like you know, owning the studio or co-owning the studio. We were privileged to a lot of conversations, meeting a lot of people. I have been in rooms where I have seen niggas not write, get handed a piece of paper or get emailed a verse and you go in and say it like this. I knew I was very close friends with somebody that was a songwriter, and I've seen it. I've seen it with my own two eyes. Now, I think, but they were R&B. So in R&B, the skill is singing. But in rapping, you should be writing the words that you are reciting.
And if you
And
drawing, you need to draw every piece of that. If you paint, you need to paint every piece of that, unless it's a group project.
but like you say, as an art, even as a group project, there's certain shit. I'm gonna
I did
turn
the
in my
eyes on that shit. I
Yeah, I'm
did
gonna
the
turn in
eyes.
my portion. I'm gonna turn in my portion. Tone is our mutual barber, cuts both of our hair. In the middle of a haircut, Tone ain't gonna pass off the clippers to somebody else and say, "You finish it up." I done took you. I done gave you the blueprint. You just line them up and no, nigga, no.
Yo, peep this. This is May 12th of 1995. It's my cousin's birthday, by the way. I've always wanted to own a store, like a party store, or where you can go and like play video games, have pizza, nachos, and popcorn and shit like that. Nigga, this shit says, I think this is actually a picture of Craig Mack, by the way. But beer, liquor, lotto, Jason's party store. A nigga is sitting on the corner. Why did I feel like, think about what my 95, I'm 13 years old in 1995. And then 4 days later, I'm drawing this picture. A nigga at McDonald's getting robbed. And it says, "Give me all the money." There's like money coming out of the cash register. There's
There's a
$4.
gun. There's
There's
a
a gun
gun.
for sure. And there's $4.39 on the cash. Like in my little brain, when I'm 13 years old, drawing this picture, and this is what I thought I would like. I thought a man has a goatee, an earring, and he got a Kango and a watch. You feel me? And
That's appropriate. He's appropriately dressed to be working at the front counter of McDonald's.
but think about what I'm thinking about in 1995, when in the height of all the gangster movies and everything. I'm looking, niggas I'm robbing this fucking store.
Yeah.
And then I'm also sitting out in front of a fucking liquor store on the fucking corner, and it says Jason's party store.
What you say about my mama?
Media and images and everything will warp and fuck with a kid's mind. Because I went from cartoons and Disney and everything to we on some gangster shit now.
Yeah.
Like it's really wild. AKA the music, the TV shows, everything that we listen to right now has an impact. So when you start telling people it don't fucking matter if the father's around, just have them kids and you want to be a mother. No, I want to be a parent. I want in my eyes. This is my eyes, not your eyes, but my eyes. A parent is half the job. You feel me? It's a two-man job. The parent is like saying player one, player two, but it's a team.
Stop playing Contra by yourself. It's hard as
Nigga,
fuck to beat.
Nigga playing, you just playing cops or you playing robbers. No
Yeah.
cops and robbers. You just robbers.
You need the two. You need the balance.
Yeah. Whoopty doo.
Whose man's is this?
Whose man's is this? Hey,
Never
dog.
doing that shit in the beginning of the show. Never.
You know, we just be flowing and shit. Yo, this nigga Jimmy Kimmel got fired, dog. Listen, I'm not a Jimmy Kimmel fan. That show is trash. His jokes are trash. I think he is very liberal. Very, very liberal. And I think being really, really, really liberal will send us all to hell. I don't know. In a handbasket. Not like literal hell, but like I think it'll get everybody fucked
I
up.
get what you're saying.
That being said, every time somebody get in trouble or get fired or some shit for what they said, niggas run to, yo, the First Amendment, the First Amendment. And I always like to say, well, the First Amendment says that you won't be persecuted by your government. In this particular instance, it's the government that's kind of persecuted him and got him fired and got him canned.
They put the pressure. They put the pressure on him.
And that is a violation of this is one time when a nigga could be like, no, fuck that. We got the First Amendment. And I really do believe in the First Amendment. I believe in the right for a motherfucker to say whatever the fuck they want to say, and that the government can't come through and persecute them for it. You can't go to jail. You can't lose opportunities or put financial strain or put pressure on others to get, like, it was designed for things like this not to happen. So I don't like it. The First Amendment is really, 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 really important. And it's so important. The very next amendment they made was to give you a gun to protect it. And for people who speak for a living, I think my use of words, and honestly, us going through the things that we going through with Spotify, yo, free my speech, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I should be able to say what I want, as long as I'm not inciting a riot or some shit like that. But I should be able to say what I want. And I do not, under any circumstances, support a government who was trying to quiet someone's speech, regardless if I agree with the nigga talking or not. I don't even know if ABC, I don't think any of them niggas want these shows anymore. I'm thinking they waiting for a reason to get rid of a nigga. Who else they just got rid of Stephen Colbert? Was that who they got rid of?
Yeah, Colbert.
Like, nigga, these shows is a money pit. Who the fuck watches that shit?
Watch Jimmy Fallon.
Why? Because you like Jimmy Fallon, his personality?
I think he does a good job on the Tonight Show.
And
I like the Roots.
Okay. Because, like,
I like Jimmy Fallon before I like Jimmy Fallon before he was the Tonight Show. I like Slow Jam the News and some of that other shit. And I thought he was a little bit more edgy. But like on the Tonight Show, he gotta be, there's certain boxes you gotta check.
Yeah, they got a bunch of writers and they just sit up there and read the teleprompter of whoever the jokes, because they don't make up the jokes. You know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of anywho. But like, the reason that these shows existed and the reason they stood this test of time for 30, 40, 50 years is because you used to have your Denzel Washingtons, your insert movie star, music star, things of that nature. Because during the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s to the early 2000s, this was the only place that you saw these people outside of the movies.
Yeah.
Outside of a magazine. You didn't get a chance to like hear Denzel Washington talk off the cuff, or Ethan Hawke or Tom Cruise or whatever. These shows hold no value because, one, who's staying up to 11:35 to start watching this? And two, I see this nigga on the internet all day. I follow him. I know what he did today. I know, like, these shows.
I see Denzel interviews all the time.
Yeah, definitely now. Like, these shows don't have like value. And then all the monologues are just, if there's a Republican president, they're strictly right wing. You know what I'm saying? If there is a Democrat president, they're a little bit more to the left or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, we're gonna pick fun of whoever in control. Now, when that shit was at its best, I used to watch Jay Leno. My brother used to watch David Letterman. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be upstairs watching Jay Leno. He'd be downstairs in the basement watching Letterman. But I did tune in every night for Letterman's top 10. Yeah, especially during the OJ case, because it was always some top 10 reasons OJ Simpson, whatever, or like top 10. Them top 10 reasons was funny. It was a segment, and like they had more.
I fuck with Letterman and my nigga Conan.
Yeah, Conan was really good, especially when he was on TBS.
Yeah,
but like, the shows were good. It was unique, and that still wasn't the social media era. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had skits and different shit. Now we are inundated with that same type of material. I think the companies are losing a hell of money, and we don't want this shit to go down. We're gonna replace you with something else, and I look for opportunity. However, I feel like the government, I feel like Trump, I feel like the administration put extra undue pressure to silence a point of view that was one that they didn't like. And that's a direct violation of our First Amendment rights. And if we're gonna stand on some of these amendments, we got to stand on all of them. So whose man's is this? I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Trump organization, whatever the fuck, whoever did it. And it's him because he's like Dame. He's like egotistical nigga. I'm never gonna be wrong. I gotta be right somehow. Even when I'm losing, I'm gonna make it a way to make it sound like I won. I don't. That shit weird. Whose man's is this?
My music pick of the week. I don't give a fuck. Jay Electronica dropped some new old music today. I don't know what type of deal he has with Jay-Z where he got to put shiny suit theory on everything that he publicly drops, but it's working. But my music pick of the week, Road to Perdition. Jay Electronica and Jay-Z. I've been waiting for this to hit DSPs for a while. The song is not new, but it's one of my favorite Jay Electronica songs. And it's JLX's birthday today. Maybe that's why he gave us new used music. But Road to Perdition is my music pick of the week. I haven't sat with that new payroll long enough to really give it like a lot of love. So that's my homework for tomorrow. But for now, music pick of the week, J Electronica, Road to Perdition. Love it. I don't care if you don't like it or not.
Man, I
It's my
love
show.
Letter to Fallon.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite songs in general, but one of my favorite JLX songs, man. And
And
it was
shout out
already
to
on. It was always on. It was already on the streamers, but I'm good that it's there. There is one particular song I'm still waiting for to come to streamers, and it was J Electronica and Mob Deep. You know what song I'm talking about?
I do.
Call of
I don't
Duty,
remember
I
the
believe.
name of it, but
It was called Call of Duty.
yeah.
And this would have been a perfect time to drop a you know what I'm saying, some Mob Deep shit. You feel me? So I'm waiting for
And,
that
sh-
to hit the DSPs.
and shout out to you because I had no clue J Electronica dropped today until you sent me that text message, and I was happy. So shout out to my boy Jay Johnson.
All right,
Whose
man. It's
man's is
time for the
this?
Benny.
Jay Johnson, my man's.
Time for the Benny.
Yo, it's your man Dame going wild on everything that matters. X, fucking TikTok, what's the other one? Instagram, at me, talk to me, DM me. I talk back. I try and get back to everybody. Some of y'all DM me very regularly and wild and crazy shit. Hey, I appreciate it. It may not always resonate, but I appreciate the fact that you give a fuck and you check in. When you see the blue and the black anywhere, you know where you at. It's Shop Talk Podcast, bitch.
I have not been responding to people. I've once you don't check your messages for like a couple hours or something, it get too many, and then everybody be like 4+, 4+, 4+. It be too much sometimes, dog. And I've been tapping out of social media on my main pages at least because I don't know. The
You
energy
got
of
to
be
check the Shop Talk page. Somebody tapped in, asking to come on the show and sending us some music. So
oh yeah, I didn't see. So would you
check
respond
it
to them?
out. Yeah, I told them give us a couple days.
Oh, all right. Well, how long you think you gonna be down, man? I
Uh,
I set up a guest, or I'm gonna have Mike or Muddy sit in at first that week, the Friday following. And I don't know. I'm like, well, he might be straight to talk. At least I'll pull up. You know what I'm saying?
uh,
Um,
I don't
I
know.
just don't
It
know.
just depends on how long I'm gonna be in the hospital. They're
Yeah,
estimating at least a week. Uh, and I'm just gonna have to play it by ear. But as soon as I'm strong enough to talk,
yeah.
I plan on tapping in. And even in that first week, maybe I can't do a full show, but I'm gonna send in a voice note, something, letting
And I just
people
got
know I'm
the
still on this side.
I just got the mics I was waiting for in today. You know what I'm saying? They came in the mail today. So I got 4 of them things. So we out and about. You know what I'm saying? Shit, me and
Yeah.
Mike might pull up on you. You can just be chilling. You know what I'm saying? Nigga,
Hey
we
man,
come to the hospital, nigga. Like we
hey,
in the
man, I'm gonna
hospital
be
with it.
I'm gonna be there for a minute, so I'm gonna keep in touch with people so they know what's going on. I don't want nobody to wonder. So as soon as I know something, everybody else will.
Yeah. Hey man, when you see the I'm Jay Johnson 313 on all the things that matter. Hit me up. Just because I don't respond quickly, that don't mean I'll never see it. Because some of y'all be sending a lot of shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
But it's all good. Even if I don't respond, I probably sent that shit to somebody. Because once that shit leave and you go into another one, I might not make it back to that thread. You feel me?
I feel you.
Did I be forgetting who sent me what? Anywho, it don't fucking matter. Shout out to y'all, man, for still tapping in. I seen a lot of y'all comments wondering where the fuck we was at. Some of y'all reached out because, as y'all know, we ain't never missed an episode, and y'all thought we missed the episode. How dare you? How dare you? I'm never gonna fucking miss an episode. If I miss an episode, one of us, something's going down. Okay.
Yeah. Catastrophic.
Something catastrophic has happened, and something catastrophic did not happen last week. Besides Spotify waging war against us, but the episode's up on Shop. This week itself may still be YouTube only. I did. I forgot to talk about this. So they hated on us. They won't let us have access to our RSS feed. They're not responding to me anymore either, by the way. I've sent them I've sent them 3 unanswered emails. So like, I think they finished fucking with me, which is really, really unfortunate. And through that all, SoundCloud randomly sends me an email and says, "Hey, don't you want to come back, my nigga?" And I say, "Wait, what?" Because we started on SoundCloud. Our first 191 episodes are on SoundCloud. And then we transitioned over to Anchor, because Anchor would allow you to get on Spotify. Because that's the only way that you can get on Spotify back then, was you got to go through Anchor. Because Spotify was just, you had to have like a contract with Spotify. So they opened it up. So we went over to Anchor and everything was good until Spotify bought Anchor. Anyway, I kept paying the monthly price for Spotify for about a year afterwards, because I still wanted the numbers and the stats from the old stuff just in case.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But after a year or so, I stopped paying, and without a subscription, you only can have like 3 episodes up, whatever. I thought that shit was gone. And man, I feel like they told me that shit was gone. But like, whatever. I got them backed up. We on Spotify. We on Anchor. I thought that shit was gone. And in the midst of all this stuff that we've been going through, I had literally just sent an email out, and I'm on ChatGPT game planning what to do, what kind of legal options I have, whatever. I get an email, and it's Spotify. And I'm like,
Spotify, or
I'm sorry, it's SoundCloud. And they like, basically, we still got all your old shit, my nigga. Don't you want to come back? So I signed back up. And I go in there and look, and it's 191 episodes sitting there with its own RSS feed. So the thing about it is, I would have to upload roughly 300 episodes to that same RSS feed, then feed Apple the new RSS feed, so nothing changes, right? Everything will still be there when they go on Apple, whatever. The only thing is, I don't know out of those 300 episodes, which one has music that can get me banned. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could just go upload them all, but like during the music pick, we used to play the music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what to do in that aspect, because like I don't remember what all songs. Like I would literally have to listen to all the fucking episodes. 300 episodes is it's a lot of episodes.
It's a lifetime. That's a lifetime. It's our life's work.
Yeah, 10 years, my nigga. In June, 10 years. So
right now, maybe we should just throw up the new ones and we'll figure it out.
Like, we'll start it go from 191 to 492, 493. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't know.
We'll have to figure it out, but I want people to be able to get them where they're used to getting it
Yeah,
at the very least.
for sure.
So
Also, going to start a Patreon for Shop Talk, where I will upload all of the old ones. It's gonna be a free joint, but I don't want, and there may be some paid content on there shortly or soon after other shit, but like I don't want one place to have everything, and I don't want them to have the ability to just take everything away from me, dog. I
hey
don't
man,
want that.
we businessmen and we hustlers. We live and we learn and we pivot. So
Yeah.
it's just time for the pivot. That's all.
Yeah. Anywho, when you see the blue and the black, you know where you at. Shop Talk Podcast. I'm not saying we're the Rockefeller podcast, but we are Jay and Dane.
Hell yeah.
Peace.